Yes, brother.
Yes, yes.
Shall we share the screen, brother?
Yes. Om Shanti. Good morning. Let's study today's Murli. 4th December 72 की मुरली है. The title of this Murli is, we have to listen to it carefully, Spiritual Drill of Mahavir Souls. Spiritual Drill of Mahavir Soul. Let's see. Baba is explaining a beautiful spiritual drill for Mahavir souls. Baba is saying, where are all of you sitting at this time? Are you sitting in the corporeal world or in the subtle world? In the subtle world, do you experience yourself to be beyond the attraction of this corporeal world? Or is it only whilst you are stable in the angelic form that no attraction of the corporeal world can attract you towards itself? Are you able to make yourself detached? Are you able to make yourself detached from the various types of attractions of this corporeal world in a second and so be loved by the Father? Now, Baba is saying, do you experience the stage of being beyond karmic bondages whilst performing actions and being free from bondage, from having been in bondage If each of you spiritual great souls, means Mahavirs, if each of you spiritual great souls were to receive a direction to go beyond this consciousness of the body, this moment, to be bodiless, to be soul conscious, to be free from all bondages, and to remain accurately in yoga, would you be able to stabilize yourself in this stage in 1 second? Now Baba is asking, would you be able to stabilize yourself in a second? Ask yourself, can I do it? Or now am I soul conscious? Sit listening to Murli. Hatha yogis are able to stop breathing for as long as they want. Baba is giving example of Hatha yogis. In the same way, are you easy yogis, natural yogis, constant yogis, karma yogi, the most elevated yogis? See, Baba says natural yogi, constant yogi, karma yogi, and elevated yogi. Able to create whatever type of thoughts you want on the basis of the knowledge given by Baba, the best doer of life. Can you stabilize yourself in that thought at that time for as long as you want? Check yourself. To entertain yourself with many pure thoughts in one moment and to stabilize yourself in one pure thought the next moment. Are you able to practice this easily? In a physical way, you are able to stop yourself whenever you want. Of whom is there the praise of having had the stage of being unshakable and immovable? I was asking, whose praises of having had the stage of being unshakable and immovable? You great souls are the elevated souls who follow elevated directions, Shrimat. Are you not? Apart from following the elevated directions, you have stopped following any other directions, have you not? Other directions do not wage war on you, do they? Even the dictates of your own mind, this is called manmat. Even the dictates of your own mind should not wage war on you. Of course, you have stopped following the dictates of scripture writers, gurus, and your iron-edged relations. See? However, the dictates of the mind means that thoughts are created on the basis of the temporary sanskars of souls. And if you put those thoughts into words or actions, what would you call that? Would you call that Shrimat? Or would you call the creation of wasteful thoughts Shrimat? Those who are following Shrimat cannot create even one thought based on the dictates of their own mind, or even based on the dictates of other souls, because the speed of your stage is not fast. One or another dictate of your own mind or of other is mixed with Shrimat. Just as when you drive a physical car, if any rubbish is even slightly mixed with the petrol, that is, if the petrol is not refined, the car will not be able to pick up speed. In the same way, the speed here is also not increasing. Check yourself or have it verified as to whether there is anything mixed. Anything mixed does not allow you to be fixed. I was saying, if anything mixed, that does not allow you to be fixed. There continues to be fluctuation. That what is that mix-up? Manmat. Elevated souls, multi-million times fortunate souls, do not take even one step without earning an income of multi-millions. Let's check where we are. Do not take even one step without earning an income of multi-millions. You know how to do this spiritual drill. Do you not? I was asking, do you not? To be incorporeal at one moment, to be angelic in the next. Just let's practice it. Look at yourself in the incorporeal world in a second, and in the next, just look at yourself as an angel. Stabilize yourself in the angelic world. Now Baba is saying, and to be a karma yogi in the corporeal form in the next. Now there is three lok in front of you, and in each lok we can visit, we can enter in a second. We should practice like this. It should not take long, just as the corporeal form belongs to you. In the same way, the incorporeal form and the angelic form also belong to you. You know what? Suppose we are staying in Delhi since birth. We never visit Mumbai. We never visited Calcutta. It will be difficult for us to visualize Mumbai or Calcutta. Even though people are telling us about Mumbai, how Mumbai is, but still it is difficult for us to visualize Mumbai until and unless we are very good in visualization. Now, this is the same. We are, since long, since 5,000 years, we are living, we are staying in corporeal world. It is easy for us. Now, Baba is teaching us to be angel to be in corporeal world in a second, and we can practice it like this. Just think about it. The more you will think, the more you will be able to visualize it. I was saying, just as you put on and take off a physical costume, the beautiful example given by Baba, just pay your attention on it. Just as you put on and take off your physical costume according to your task, right? Suppose I'm going to playing play cricket. So what happens? I'll just wear sports wear, and if I'm going to office, then I will wear office wear. So Baba is giving example. In the same way, you have to adopt the costume of the corporeal body according to the task. This is my costume, and then we detach from it. However, just as when a physical costume is tight, you are not be able to take it off easily. So too, if the costume of the body is tight because of attraction to the body, the world and Maya, that is, if the soul is pulled by those things, then the costume would not be taken off easily. If we are not in practice to, take it off and on this costume again and again during the daytime, it will be difficult for us. So I was saying, that is, you will not be able to become detached easily. But it will take time and there will be tiredness. When any task is not possible, distress does not allow you to stabilize yourself in one place. So, why did this wandering around the path of devotion begin? I was asking, why did this wandering around the path of devotion begin? When the soul became weak, the Baba was giving answer. hmm, When the soul became weak from adopting a body and then becoming detached from it. Hmm. When the consciousness of the body pulled towards itself, the soul then became distressed and started to wander around. However, all of you elevated souls can now go beyond the attractions of your bodies in a second. Do you have such a practice? Ask yourself, do you have such a practice that I am bodiless? I have no body. I am incorporeal. I am a point of energy. Just think about it. When is when is it time for the examination of the practice? When there is a great force of the suffering of karma, when the physical senses are completely under the influence of the suffering of karma, it is known as great pain. They say, they say that they have a great deal of pain, and that was why they forgot a little. However, this is the time for the tug of war. Only those who transform the suffering of karma into karma yoga, only such souls who tolerate everything through the physical senses are as detached observers, are called the eight jewels. Now Baba is telling, who is 8 jewels? They are victorious at such a time because the 8 jewels have the 8 powers all the time. Let's check. Do we have 8 powers all the time? They are victorious at such a time because the 8 jewels have the 8 powers all the time. Only such souls who become part of the 8 are those who give the blessing of the powers for a short time to the devotees and so become special deities to such Mahavir souls who are embodiment of power. Now Baba is giving Yad and Pyar, love and remembrance we will accept from Baba to such Mahavir souls who are embodiments of power. Accept it that I am an embodiment of power. Who have 8 arms, that is, who are complete with the 8 powers. To the most elevated souls who are able to control their thoughts in a second. To the souls who give all souls the introduction of the Father. To the souls who enable those souls who are separated from the Father to meet the Father. To the souls who enable thirsty souls to be fulfilled for all time. To such souls who are free from all bondages, accurate in yoga, accurate in method, and liberated in life, love, remembrance, and namaste. And we, Baba's beloved children, say namaste, love to the beloved Father. Now Baba is saying a mela means a meeting. What will be the last mela here? Relate the things of the confluence age. You will have the Karmatit stage when you first have the mela. There will be the mela of having equality between the sanskars of the Father, the virtues of the Father, the speed of his task, and the avyakt and incorporeal stages. When souls celebrate the mela of being equal to the Father, there will be the cries of victory, and destruction will then come close. Equality to the Father will bring destruction closer. What happens after you have a mela? There is extreme silence. So souls will also celebrate the mela and then go into the stage of retirement. Call it the stage beyond sound or the karmatit stage, but there will first be this mela. Acha, Om Shanti. Now, if you feel good, can share points of from today's Murli. Which point you like the most? Because today's Murli is like meditation commentary type, so you might be loving it.
Om Shanti, Divine Brother.
Om Shanti.
I like this Rohani drill, spiritual drill Baba has given to us, that while in the body, we can do this drill of going from corporeal to subtle world, and that is angelic world, and subtle world to incorporeal in a second. And then when there's a requirement of uh, doing an action, and then through the karmendriya, I can do the action and then again go back to incorporeal or subtle world. So this practice, the more I do this practice, more I'll be able to be free from the bondages, which I may be feeling this time. So it's a wonderful drill. I like this drill. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. The more we practice this drill during the daytime, the more we will be able to leave this body, or will be able to detach from this body in a second. So whatever you are doing during the day, just in a second, look at yourself. I am sitting in the subtle body, in the body of light. And we can see I am without body, bodiless, a point of energy in the in the sweet home. This is Param Dham. This is supreme abode. Now next.
Om Shanti, brother. Good morning.
Om Shanti, boliye.
So I also like this point that which Baba shared about becoming bodiless. Like Baba said, to be incorporeal at one moment, and angelic in the next, and become karma yogi in the next incorporeal world when we come into action. So this is all drill is of 1 minute or 1 second, just matter of time. So I was wondering, like, so one have a agitated mind would be difficult to stabilize in this state. So to have this stage, I think it's very important to have a clear mind or a stable intellect. Only then one should be able to stabilize in this stage. So so the effort would be to not to be entangled with so many things, and have a lot of distraction throughout, as when we come onto our corporeal world or the action day-to-day work, there's going to be many things which will be triggering us or which will be pulling us. So just to experience this, so our focus would be to just to remain detached from everything, have a clear intellect, a clear line. Only then it is possible. That's what I believe. Om Shanti. Thank you. Thank you, brother.
Om Shanti, brother. Om Shanti. Am I audible?
Yes, to your audible, you can go ahead.
Okay. I like this last part of the Murlis of 1972. Till yesterday, Baba was preparing us for the final stage, and he revealed to us what is a final form. He weeded us away from the previous form, the devotional form, where we used to ring bells and we used to turn the rosaries on. And today he has given who are such souls who will come out like that at the end. And he calls them Mahavir. When I just remember the word Mahavir, suddenly in my mind, Lord Mahavir of the chains, it comes in mind. How he always sits in calm, in meditation, in deepness, unperturbed by all those ants or everything which is going around him beyond body consciousness. So in the same way here, Baba asks, how are you sitting here? Are you sitting here a soul? If you're sitting here a soul, you are a Mahavir soul. If you're soul conscious, you are a Mahavir soul. If you constantly remember Father, you are a Mahavir soul. I think that one final nail Baba is giving, like, what kind of soul are you? How are you? Then if you're not seated here, Baba is teaching you how to perform the drill. Like even yesterday, Baba said, are you able to remove body consciousness, come into soul consciousness, come into karma, go beyond karma? Whenever Bapdada asks you, are you able to go into the bodiless stage? I think these drills, when we keep doing, or the path swaroop, which he says, I am a light, I am a deity soul, I am a devotional soul, I am a conference age soul, or I am a light soul of an angel. If all these we form, it really gives, it spins my intellect to what I was and takes me away from waste. I think this is the drill which we should do in today's Murli. That's what I like, the way Baba projects a Mahavir, and he gives us a picture of a Mahavir. So that Mahavir is what Baba wants us, because Baba wants us to tell us this is how the yogis will be in the final stage. Om Shanti.
Yes, sister. Actually, Kabir Bhai's internet is giving challenge, so he is not there at the moment. Would anybody like to share?
Om Shanti. Thanks for
Shanti, sister.
all the brothers and sisters have said. I totally agree with the very powerful line of every second changing your form from corporeal to incorporeal to angelic. But what I also liked in today's Murli and makes me think actually is when you become equal to the Father is when you're becoming closest to destruction. That's what it said in the Murli. And then there's silence. Very interesting. And to me, more than destruction, it is an elevation to the new earth. I don't know why I'm saying this intuitively. Destruction becomes a little negative. It's basically all the advanced souls will just move out into that beautiful new world. And the Mela, what he's talking about, is basically a gathering of beautiful souls together. But if anybody else wants to reflect on what they really mean by this line, you know, you're coming closer to the Almighty and the destruction begins. For me, the destruction means you leave behind what is not good and you move into the new earth, the new vibration. Om Shanti.
Would anyone like to share?
Om Shanti ji. Divine Family. I'm sorry I joined late. I missed the first part, but I love to share my understanding, and you're welcome to correct me and if I'm wrong. Yes, when I use the word distraction, it has negative connotation attached. I use distraction word in a positive way, means completion of the project, the destination. Destruction I take when I eradicate, finish my old world, my old sanskar, my old negative habit. So I apply the meaning of distraction to my old sanskar, not new one. When I become equal to Father means when I am in the highest elevated stage where I have become full embodiment of my Baba expectation, whatever he wants me to become. And I am becoming bestower of everything, all the beautiful Gyan, qualities, powers, all the treasures. So I am understanding from that perspective. So please, you're welcome to clarify and correct me if I am on the wrong track. Thank you, Ji. Om Shanti.
Balvinder ji, in fact, I kind of relate to what you're saying. This is exactly what I was experiencing when I said destruction means you leave behind. Like, it's no longer there. And that's how you rise to be equal to the Father. So I think we are saying the same thing. Om Shanti.
Just adding one reflection to this churning is there is a stage defined as Karmatit stage by Baba. The Karmatit stage is a stage when the soul is beyond the feeling of action and also the result or the outcome because of that action. It's totally free from the bondage of action as well as its result. So this Karmati stage, the moment soul reaches this stage, it is Bap Saman stage. And that is the time when the soul leaves the old body, old world, old bodily relations, totally, and in a second. And then it transforms to the new world, the beginning. So I think it relates to this only, that our soul cannot stay in the old body at the Karmatit stage. That is the ultimate stage. That is the final stage where the soul will leave, depart. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti sister, adding to this point. So actually Baba drills us today with the 3 worlds. And for that, I think we are getting more refined and refined as we do this practice. So our thoughts gets more refined and close to Baba. That is the higher stage. And automatically all the things what we want to finish will be automatically. Om Shanti. So highly refined. So even not a single dirt should not be there to make us move high. Baba also gave an example today of the petrol. If it is mixed with something, we cannot move up. So that's the thing actually happening inside as we do this practice. Om Shanti.
If anyone could just throw light on this, see in the last line where Baba says, Karmatit stage, this he says there will be first this Mela. Baba is saying when you celebrate Mela, you go in a state of retirement, you go beyond sound or the Karmatit stage. But there will first be this Mela. Now, when he says this Mela, we know Karmatit stage is the final stage, The final, when I'm equal to the Father and I rise above, and then I go up above him. So when Baba says there will first be this Mela, I just wanted to know what is the word this Mela Baba referring to?
I just, which I'm not sure that what I'm saying is correct, but just I'm again saying intuitively, for me, Mela means a congregation of beautiful souls, all the souls that have risen above. Mela is a gathering, right? So it gives me a feeling of so many beautiful, radiant, pure souls all together.
Okay, what happens after the Mela? You have a union, you meet also. What happens after the Mela?
So for me, even like when all the souls are there in their pure form, but the supreme form, the Almighty's light is always much stronger, much more powerful, however powerful you may be as that point of light. So for me, I just experience it as completely merging in that supreme light where there's silence. There's nothing, because you have such unconditional love, such an experience of ecstasy and bliss. You require nothing else. There's no sound, there's no movement, you're just there. So I relate to it that way. Om Shanti.
I think this is what Baba has hinted there at the end. When there is a Mela, when you meet, each of our minds will be at identity with each other. Each of us will be in identity with the Supreme Soul. Nothing else is needed. There's no noise in our mind. We are always beyond sound. It's like a stage of retirement. All that particular thing, only thing when Baba said there will first be this Mela. So only that I couldn't, see, Baba will have a definite secret in doing it. I wanted to understand that in every line of Baba has got a deep meaning. So when Baba just ended the Murli, but there will first be this Mela. Otherwise, whatever you say, I'm totally this beautiful Mela, all meeting, all with my Father, all going together, all in the final stage. But yes, I also totally agree. I just wanted some light. What was Baba's secret in saying, but there will first be this Mela?
On this weekend, or maybe in the next few days, I will do my own trance session and give you more insight on this later. Om Shanti.
Harpreet, then would you like to take the meditation?
Yeah, sure. Kabir Bhai is still not there, right? Okay.
He's unable to log in. There is an issue on his internet, is what he messaged.
Okay. So all the beautiful radiant souls that are seated here in their lovely bodies, the instruments that Baba has gifted us to lead this beautiful Karma Yogi and Raj Yogi life. With full respect to our body, we focus on our true inner being, the point of light in the center of our forehead, the glowing energy, the beautiful divine form that we can witness within our body. And as we empower ourselves in the meditation, we see our souls rising, leaving the body behind. In 1 second, we are in our angelic state, the beautiful, lovely, happy and blissful state of soul consciousness, where everything is in this beautiful vibration of love and peace. And you can see Baba's light all over the universe, blessing, helping, guiding. And then I recall that I still have an earthly task to do as my divine duty And in 1 second, I'm back as a karma yogi with the same remembrance of the angelic state, carrying out my actions with the same blissful energy and purity, doing my work. And when I pause after completing the work, I'm back into my angelic state. And this is my spiritual drill that I do throughout the day. So as we meditate, let's do this at least thrice just now. Angelic state, Baba's blessings, the universe, light all over me. Back into my body, doing my normal work, retaining that angelic state. Back again into my angelic state, pure divine love. All the souls being blessed. I'm spreading beautiful light along with Baba around me. And I'm back again into my body, doing the rest of my work in the same happy state. And the third time I go once again into my angelic state, the supreme light shining above me, part of me. I'm glowing so happily. I am a pure and powerful and radiant soul. I am a victorious soul. I experience that karmatit stage of merging with Baba. And I bring that back into my earthly form, into my mind, body, soul, to carry out the rest of my job as an instrument of the Almighty. And now I stay there, retaining that angelic form in my mind, in remembrance of Baba, in remembrance of Almighty, throughout as I carry on the day ahead. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you, Hybrid Ben. Thank you, Divine Family. Practicing this drill for the whole day. We meet tomorrow morning at 5 a.m.